Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live healing with Compass Healing, Inside Out Institute, as well as Unlocking You 2.0. So here I am, Spencer Bonin, again for another live healing, working on someone's physical pain, anxiety, depression, stress level, whatever it is that we encounter today. I'm super excited to be able to work with someone, yeah. So if you're checking this out, if you're on here. Just kind of throw your name in the box. What I'll do is I'll make a little list like I always do, and then we'll muscle test to see who we need to work with today. And then hopefully we can lower someone's pain or anxiety or work with that kind of stuff today. So I'm super excited about it. The only conditions I have are sharing it on your Facebook wall and then tagging a couple of friends who you think would really benefit from it, or who you think would really enjoy this kind of work, right? Like maybe they're an energy healer and they haven't seen this kind of work before, or whatever it is, right? So I'm super excited to get the opportunity to work with someone, and hopefully someone pops on here. So hello, Marianne. This is great. So the Spencer Daily Show. Yeah, apparently. I'm doing very well. How are you doing, Marianne? How are you doing over there? And Lee Harris. Maybe we'll finally get to work with Lee today. That'd be cool. I don't think we've worked with Lee yet, so that'd be phenomenal if we can. Perfect. But I'm doing very well, Marianne. How are you doing? But aside from that, guys, if you're coming on here, just say hello. Put your comment in the box there, and just say hello, where you're from, and then if you have anything going on, physical pain, it could be neck pain, it could be shoulder pain, it could be maybe I've seen like lots of like heart or chest pain recently. I know COVID's been a big thing, right, with regards to that. If you have like some spinal pain, some upper back, mid back, low back pain. Hip pain, anything like that. She's in New Zealand, so I'm not sure what she's up to right now. Fair enough. What time is it even in New Zealand? I feel like it's I don't know. I know Australia. Well, like I guess I can't really compare to Australia. It's like a whole different hemisphere. Anyway, yeah, I wonder what the time zone is even over there right now. But yeah, so I'm here for people who wants to get worked on. And I mean, Marianne, if you're the only one here for the first little bit, we might just have to work on you. Oh, big whoop, right? That's totally okay. 11 a.m. Okay, so that's not so bad. It's only like a 3-hour difference, so that's not terrible. Huh. Perfect. All right. Well, let's see how it's go. It's 8 a.m. there. Okay, fair enough. Gotcha. Well, we'll wait a couple of minutes here, see if someone piles on here, wants to work on some sort of anxiety, depression, physical pain, or anything like that. But if no one decides to hop on here, I guess you're just the lucky person that's decided to hop on the show and work on something else. So we'll wait until something else is here, and perfect. That's so great. So yeah, but and yeah, like I say every episode, like just basically sharing it on your wall, and then maybe if there's another person you'd like to tag other than Lee, tagging someone else would be really great too. So for the time being, I'll just throw your name on here. Marianne. Now, Marianne, do you have anything going on, like any kind of physical pain, any kind of discomfort, anxiety, depression, anything like that that's kind of going on, stress levels with work or anything that's kind of showing up for you recently? Oof. I'm trying to figure out this whole thing. The reversed camera, it's kind of weird. But yeah, so anyone who's out there, if you got some physical pain, anxiety, depression, stress levels, maybe with like work or having to work from home or anything like that, anything in regards to anything in that capacity, feel free, let us know. And then just kind of put your name in the comments and just say hello, say where you're from, say what's going on. Like I say, the only 2 requirements I have are just sharing this on your Facebook wall and then sharing it, or maybe tagging a friend or 2. Well, at least 2 friends who you think would either benefit from it or who would really enjoy it. A little bit of a hip pain, like a 3 today, but sometimes an 8. Ooh, yikes, that's not very fun. So we'll throw it on the list here just in case. It's an 8 out of 10. Okay. So then, and then that way, yeah, like I see, there's a couple more people that have been on here, or if there's someone else here that wants to hop on and kind of, because I know obviously we've worked with each other before, but if there's someone else out there that's kind of really, going through something, that'd be awesome if we'd get the opportunity to work on that. So, and either way, I'm happy to do whatever. I'm here for healing. I'm here for you guys. So, anyone who's on here, if we can help someone today make their day better in some sort of form or fashion, I'm excited about it. So, awesome. So anyone who's out there got physical pain, upper back pain, mid back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, back pain, low back pain, hip pain, like you, Marianne. Perfect. That's so awesome. Plus, I mean, like you're kind of a partial practitioner yourself, right? Like you've played around with it yourself. You kind of get you're playing with this a lot of yourself as well. But sometimes it can be hard to work on yourself, right? Like, we kind of have our own little blind spots here and there. So it's hard to be a little bit objective with most of the stuff. It's kind of a little bit more subjective, but yeah. So I see a couple of people that are kind of hopping on here seeing this. So if there's someone out there, if you have some sort of physical pain, anxiety, depression, stress symptoms, anything like that, I'd love to help. Basically, I only gonna have time to do one healing today, but basically just put your name in the comments, say hello, where you're from, what's going on, and then I'll do some muscle testing as well to see who we're going to work with today. So yeah, pretty basic. The only two requirements I have, like I've said a couple of times, is just tag a couple of friends who you think would really benefit from this, or who you think would really like it, or who also sharing this on your Facebook wall. Super, super simple stuff. So we've given this about 7 or so minutes here. We'll give it another couple of minutes in case someone decides to hop on here and say something. And actually, now that I think about this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up on my Facebook on my phone as well, because for whatever reason, sometimes like it shows up on one but not StreamYard. So I'm just going to make sure that there's no action going on my personal one, because it's kind of streaming to multiple areas. So let's just see if there's anything going on anywhere else here. Weston Morris, Alicia Christine. Okay, so let's see here. Awesome. All right, so Alicia, like I don't know if you're still on here. I could definitely still do a session for you if you have something going on that might be stressful or something like that. Just because for whatever reason, I don't know. If not, we'll leave it to the 10-minute mark. If it gets to the 10-minute mark, we don't find anyone else, we'll just work with you, Marianne, and I'm super happy. Lori, I love another goal as well. Okay, fair enough. I'll throw both their names on the list. So let's see. So Lori, what's going on? What's going on with you, Lori? Do you have any kind of like lower back or any kind of physical pain, anxiety, depression, stress level, anything like that? What's going on with you, Lori? And also, how are you in general? How are you feeling over there? I know we worked on you a couple times ago. I forget what we worked on. I want to say it was shoulder pain or maybe elbow pain. I think this was what it was. So let's find out what's going on with you today as well. So then that way we'll muscle test. We'll see it'll be a battle between the muscle tests between Marianne and Lori. We'll find out who wins the battle and is victorious. Feels stuck and heavy. Okay, fair enough. Oh, gotcha. Okay, sweet. So Alicia just actually messaged me and she's just basically saying like she's got some stuff but she wants to set up another session, so that's cool. Okay, so perfect. Okay, so we've got a couple of people who have some stuff going on. Let's do some quick muscle testing to see who we need to work with. So we've got you, Marianne, and we've got Lori here. Super excited to see. Let's just see. So give me yes, give me no. So who do we need to work with today? Who do we need to work with today? Who's going to get the most results here? Is it or who do we need to focus on, or who do we really need to focus on today? Is it going to be Marianne? Okay. Is it going to be Lori? Okay. So it is Lori. So let's see here. So Lori, you say you've got this Feeling stuck and heavy, about an 8 out of 10. Okay. I like how you have like the numbers ready. You're like ready to go. You're like, yep, it's this, it's that, blah, blah, blah. It's so great. I love it. So perfect. So we got stuck and heavy at 8 out of 10. And Marianne, you're so awesome. Just kind of helping us, helping us being the cheerleader over there. I love it. Perfect. Okay, so then Lori, let's work with you today. Let's see if we can kind of figure out this whole stuck and heavy feeling. I know I've worked on this a couple of times before, and it's been pretty amazing stuff to see what's kind of hanging on there, right? So let's see. And also, I forget, how young are you again, Lori? Just so we know before what's going on. And we'll go stuck and heavy. Yeah. Okay. How young are you? Trying to get this whole there we go. Got to go by feeling, not by looking at the screen. Okay. I'm just trying to even this out. It's just not working. It's fine. So Lori, how young are you over there? Just so that way we have an age basis, so we can kind of find some ages for you, see if we can make some sense of some of this stuff. 49. Okay, perfect. 49 years young. That's wonderful. Okay, sweet. Okay, so everyone who's watching, we're gonna work with Lori here. We're gonna see if we can get rid of some of the stuck and heavy feelings she's experiencing. So anyone who's checking this out, oh, by the way, Lori, like I said before, the only two things is just, sharing this on your Facebook wall. So if you're checking this out on your phone, there's a little button kind of next to the comment section where you can hit the share button. It just goes right on your wall, and then just tagging 2 friends who you think would really, really benefit from this, or you think would really enjoy this. So those are the only 2 requirements I have for this. So if you want to do that, and then let's just take this 10 or 15 seconds. Let's ask for some help here. Anyone who's watching, throw these awesome, amazing, positive vibes over at Lori to make sure we're getting the best results we possibly can. And then let's do that right now. Awesome. Okay. So let's get into this. Okay, so let's see. So for those of you who are just watching, who've never seen this before, we're using something called the emotion code and the body code. What I'll do is I'll pull up my screen here so you guys can see everything that I'm kind of noting, everything that I'm going to be going through. Yeah, some people are familiar, some people aren't. So people, if they watch this later on and they're like, what the heck is this? Hopefully we can explain it a little bit so that it makes a little bit sense. So we're using something called the body code and emotion code, developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson, where basically he discovered that, well, not discovered, but created this system where, obviously through our lives, we have these different experiences where we feel really, really intense emotions, and our organs generate these different frequencies. And sometimes these emotions are so powerful that they actually get stuck in like a little ball of energy, and they get lodged somewhere in our body, which can contribute to physical pain. It can feel this heavy feeling we're talking about. But not only these little balls of energy, sometimes there's actually like ringing energy or other like bits and bobs of other types of energy and other imbalances with, your organs or different misalignments along the body. And that's where the body code comes in. So we're kind of utilizing the body code and everything like that. And we're kind of putting it all together and finding out what the underlying imbalances are. And we're just utilizing something called muscle testing, where basically we're asking your body in direct response to your subconscious, and we're asking yes or no questions, finding out specific imbalances that are contributing to whatever challenges it is that you're going through. So then, and Monica, okay, Monica, so Monica, we're only going to be doing 1 session today. But if you want to maybe reach out to me personally, just kind of send me a message on Facebook or whatever that. If you want to stick around and check this out too, that's great. But if you want to reach out to me personally and let me know what's going on with you there, then we can set something up separately as well. But yeah, so we're going to jump right in here. So the emotion code, body code, we're using this emotion code or this muscle testing to kind of ask your body, what are the imbalances preventing you from feeling a certain way or contributing to your symptoms, we'll say. So it's super fun, super cool. Strap in, it's going to be super fun. So let's see. So give me a, Lori, can I be a proxy for you? Yes, I can. So yes, so my name is Lori. Yes, my name is Spencer. My name is Lori. Okay, so Lori, are there any underlying imbalances that your body really wants to get released right now that's causing you to feel this kind of stuck and like heavy feeling? Is there something that's causing this? Yes. Okay, so let's find out what this is. Yes, is it something that's on this chart? Yes. Yes, is it something on the left? Yes, it is. And for those of you who are wondering what this muscle testing is, it's something called ring and ring, where basically if I say yes, it kind of like sticks together. And if it's a no response, they kind of break apart. So it's kind of, we're getting this yes and no response from the body, like I was talking about. So let me just see. So it is something that's energetic. Okay. So we're going into something energy here. Okay. Can you just, is it something that's on the left-hand side here? Is it on the right? Is it some sort of an allergy? Is this something emotional? So speaking of those little balls of energy we're talking about, let's find out what this is. Can you just, is this some sort of a trapped emotion? Yes, it is. Okay. Yes, are there multiple, are there multiple emotions here? There are. Yes, is it, is it one emotion? Is it two emotions? There's actually three different emotions here. So we're going to go trapped emotions. Go like that. Okay, so let's see what these trapped emotions are. What's the first one? Is it something that's on the left here? Is it something that's prenatal? Is this a preconception? This is an inherited trapped emotion. Wow. Right off the bat, we're going right into inherited. So inherited trapped emotion. So what's really cool about these guys is that when you release this inherited emotion layer at the moment of conception, you get this little ball of energy from either your mom or your dad, kind of like inheriting like a gene, right? It's like at the moment of conception, it's like, here you go, here's a little ball of like frustration or unworthy or whatever it is. But what's really cool about them is that they're all shared. So whenever you release this emotion from you, you're actually releasing it up the chain, like backwards, like to your mom, her dad, or whatever that goes back up the chain or back in the past. And then you're releasing it in the forward as well. So if you have kids, and then if it kind of goes out and trickles along the outside edge as well. So if it kind of branches off in different ways in the family tree, you're potentially helping thousands or hundreds to thousands of people. It's pretty nuts. So let's find out what this inherited emotion is. So let's go up to this emotion code chart here. Okay, so let's go find out what this is. Because, is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something that's in column A? Is this in column B? Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? It's 4 through 6. Yes, is this in row number 4? Is this in row number 5? Is this in row number 6? Yes, is this emotion? Is this pride? Is this shame? Ooh, okay, so there's an inherited emotion of shame here. And I'm really excited about this because shame is actually like, it's the lowest of low vibrations, basically just a step up above like, suicidal thoughts and stuff like that, right? Shame is just one of those ones that I'm so excited to get out because it's just such a low frequency. And this is also inherited, so you get to release this from multiple people too. So this is an intense one, and I could definitely see how that could make you feel stuck and heavy. Who did you get this from? Yes, did you get this from your mom? Did you get this from your dad? Okay. Yes, is this multiple? Yes, is this more than 5? No. Yes, is this, is this 2? Is this 3? Is this 4? Is this 5 generations? Okay. So yes, does this go back only males? No. You got this from dad. Did he get this from his dad? Yes, did he get this from his dad, his mom? Okay. Yes, did she get this from her mom? Is it males all the way back now? Good. Okay, so it kind of goes like mom, dad, dad, mom, dad, dad. That's kind of how the pattern goes, so to speak. So now let's ask the question, do we need to know more about this shame? Yes, do we need to know more about this? No. Yes, can we just release this? Yes. Okay, so let's just release this inherited trapped emotion of shame from your mom, from your dad's mom's dad's dad. Let's get rid of that shame. Yes, give me no. Did we release this shame? Yes. Okay, what's the next emotion here? Let's find out what this is. So let's go back into energies and trapped emotions here. Yes, give me no. Is it something that's on the left again? It's on the right. As soon as it's some sort of a common trapped emotion. Okay. So when we say common, basically it means something that's kind of happened in your experience. It's like your own experience that you felt the emotion. Through your own experiences. So let's see what this is. Let's go to emotion code chart again. Okay, yes, is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something in column A? Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? It's 4 through 6. Is this in row 4? Yes, is this emotion? Is it anger? Is this bitterness? Is this, oh, it's guilt actually. So I don't know what's going on over there. Maybe you're feeling guilty about something. When did you get this guilt? Let's ask your body. Yes, is this before when did you get this guilt originally? Yes, was this before the age of, we'll say, 25? Was this before age 25? No. Yes, is this between age 25 and 30, 30 and 35, 35 and 40? Yes, is this age 35, age 36, age 37? Age 37 and guilt. Does anything kind of ring a bell there, Lori? Is there anything that kind of around that time where you might have felt very guilty about something? Could be 36, could be 38. There's a little bit of a difference there. But now I'm just going to ask her body, yes, Lori, do we need to know, do we need to know more about this guilt? Yes, do we need to know more? Your body says no. Yes, can we just release this? Yes. So let's release this common trapped emotion of guilt. Did we release this? Yes, we did. Okay, perfect. So what's the third emotion here? So let's go back to home, energy, emotional, trapped emotions. What kind of emotion is this? Yes, is this something that's on the left again? It's on the right. Yes, is this another common? So there's another common trapped emotion here. Okay, what emotion? Yes, is this something that is in column? Yes, column. Oh, here, let me pull this up for you so you guys can see it. Okay, perfect. That's not what that's supposed to be. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've got, yes, so something on this chart, yes, is this something that's in column A? Is this in column B? Is this in rows 1 through 3? Yes, is this in row number 1? Is this in row number 2? Yes, so it's husband injuries got worse, nothing I could do. Oh, okay, fair enough. So that's making sense for the guilt there. Yeah. Let's see. So give us, is that what this is all? Is that what that guilt is all about? Yes, it is. Okay. So feeling guilty about not being able to help husband. Okay, so let's see here. So what's this other trapped emotion? Where did we see this? Okay, so it's B2, I believe, is what we found. So so is it B2? Yes. Okay, so give us, is this emotion? Is this failure? Is this helplessness? Speaking of that, helplessness. Okay, so helplessness is feeling like, I can't help myself in some way. I feel powerless, or even, someone's not coming to my aid in some way. That's kind of what helplessness is. Let's find out when you got this. Yes, was this before the age of yes, was this before the age of, we'll say, 25? As soon as this before age 25, was this between 25 and 30? Is this between 30 and 35? As soon as this age 30, is this age 31? Is this age 32? Does anything ring a bell around there, Lori? Anything around age 32 where you might have felt very helpless with something? Yes, do we need to know more about this? Your body says no. Yes, can we just release this? Yes. Okay, let's release this trapped emotion of helplessness. Then one more for the road there. Okay, so give me did we release this emotion? Yes. Okay, perfect. So now, yes, are there any other trapped emotions we need to worry about in this particular part? No. Okay, so now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to stand up, walk around maybe like 10, 15 steps, and then I just want you to check in with that stuck and heavy feeling and see how it's feeling. Is it still really like heavy, like, oh my gosh, an 8 out of 10? Or is it maybe like a little bit less, maybe like a 7, a 6? Let us know. Keep us posted. And yeah. Oh, and by the way, in case I maybe didn't say it or whatever, I don't think I said it this time. I usually say it in every video. You can also be as open or as specific as you'd like to be, open or as private as you'd like to be. So if you think of something that you're like, yeah, I think I know what that is, you can say, yes, I have something in mind, but you don't actually have to tell us what that is. You can say, yes, I have something, and I can actually muscle test to see if that's what that is. Or if you just want to say, yep, that makes sense, or whatever it is, you can either tell us like you did, like just now, like, the injuries with your husband and stuff, or you can just say, yep, that makes sense. I felt that way a lot, or whatever it is, like whatever works for you. You can be as open or as private as you want to be, which is really nice. The cool part with this kind of work is that a lot of it focuses on less talk and more healing. Perfect. So it's gone down to about a 6 out of 10. So that's wonderful. So we're well on our way. But yeah, so like the idea concept is like less talk, more healing. It's like, there's things like talk therapy and stuff out there, which I'm not bashing in any way. I just find that with this, it's like we don't necessarily have to get into the nitty gritty of all the events. We can just be like, okay, well, do we need to know more about it? No, not really. Or we might need to kind of know what the event is, but we don't actually have to go into the story of it a lot of the time. We can just ask your body, is that enough? And then it usually says yes. And then we can just get rid of it. And then we can, boom, move on to the next imbalance. It's so cool. The amount of healing that we can do with this in such a short amount of time. Okay, so let's see. So what's the next imbalance that we can release right now contributing to this stuck and heavy feeling? Just, is it something that's on this chart? Just, is it something that's on the left? Just, is it something that is energetic again? Okay, so there's something else energetic here. Just, is it something that's on the left? Is it on the right? Just, is it some sort of an allergy? Just, is this something that is emotional? What 32 issues about? Yes. Okay, father died and nephew was born. So crazy times for all. Oh my gosh. Give me Eskimino. Was that kind of the helplessness? Yes, was this something to do with? Was it about your father dying? Yeah. Okay. So father dying. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Okay, so there's something else that's energetic here causing this stuck heavy feeling. Let's find out what this is. Yes, is it something that's on the left? Is it on the right? Yes, is it some sort of an allergy? Is this something emotional? This is a reverberation. Okay. Give me a Eskimino. Is this something that's on the left? Is it on the right? Is this some sort of an organ communication? Interesting. So there's an organ communication here. Um, and what happens here is basically like one of the organs or glands in your body is just having a really hard time processing a specific frequency of emotion. So, we're going to ask, is it an organ or is it a gland that needs help? So let's see. So give me a Eskimino. Is it, because obviously, just to kind of give you a backstory, like these organs and glands, like I was saying before, they're frequency generators, right? So if they're generating a frequency or if there's like an emotion that's kind of passing through it on its way processing through the body, sometimes it gets blocked up because there's other trapped emotions or other imbalances that are kind of blocking it from being fully processed. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to find out what needs help here. Yes, is it an organ that needs help? Yes, is it a gland? It's an organ that needs help. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back home. We're going to go to the circuits and systems area. We're going to go to the organ section, and we're just going to ask which organ needs help. Yes, is it something that's on the left here? Yes, is it one of the first three? Yes, is it yes, is it your uterus? Yes, is it your stomach? Is it your spleen? It's actually your uterus. Interesting. So so let's see. Uterus having a hard time processing the emotion of something else. So let's go see. So if we go into the uterus here, discomfort in the low back, lower abdomen during or after intercourse, discomfort in the left hip, and then infertility. So those are like the common symptoms of what's kind of going if the uterus is a little bit unhappy. So let's go to the emotion code chart and let's find an emotion that is, getting kind of blocked here. Or it's having a hard time dealing with. So let's find out what this is. Yes, is it something that's on this chart? Yes, is it something that's something on the chart? Yes, is it something that is in column A? We'll say yes. Is this in rows 1 through 3? It's 4 through 6. Yes, is this in row number 4? Is this in row number 5? Actually, is it? Yes, is this row 6? No, it's row 5. A5. Yes, is this emotion? Is this blaming? No. Yes, is this emotion? Is it dread? No. Yes, is this emotion? Is it fear? No. Yes, is this emotion? Is it horror? Interesting. So there's an emotion of horror that's getting kind of stuck in there for whatever reason. I don't know if you've maybe like had some really horrific events happening over on your end over there, Lori, but that's pretty interesting. So let's see. So we always want to ask if we kind of go back. If we go back here, energy, reverberation, organ communication. We always want to ask, is there an associated imbalance that needs to be decoded? So, yes, is there something that it's like preventing your uterus from being able to process this emotion? And the answer is yes. So let's find out what this is. So let's go back home and let's find out. Yes, is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something that's on the left? Yes, is it something that's energetic? Yes. Okay. Yes, is it something that's on the left? Yes, is it something that is post-traumatic? Okay. Give me is this some sort of a physical, this is some sort of a physical trauma. Okay. It could be like an extreme sickness, could be a surgery, could be, like an injury or a fall or something like that. And the really cool thing is we know that there's a physical trauma. Lost my brain fart there a little bit. So physical trauma energy, and let's find out when this occurred for you. Yes, was this before the age of? Is this before the age of? We'll say 25. Actually, wow. Okay. Yes, is this before the age of 20? Yes, is this before the age of 15? Yes, is this age 15? Is this age 16? Is this actually like back in age 17? So I don't know if anything kind of rings a bell around that age. If something pops in your head, you can just say, "Yep, that makes sense," or whatever it is. Could be 16, could be 18. If any kind of like physical injury or like a sickness or something along those lines. Let's see what this is. So give me ask, do we need to know more about this physical trauma? Your body says no. Yes, is there something that is associated with it? Yes, there is. So there's something a little bit deeper here. So give me a is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something on the left? Yes, is it something that's energetic? Okay, so it's energy. Yes, is it something that's on the left again? It's on the right. Yes, is this some sort of an allergy? Is this something that is emotional? Okay, so there's an emotion here. Yes, is this some sort of a heart wall emotion? Actually, it's a heart wall. And those of you, I've explained the heart wall multiple times, but it's actually what really got me involved in the motion code body code. I'll do a small little thing here. Basically, what happens is throughout our life we have these different experiences that maybe you've had it felt like a really heavy feeling on your chest, like maybe something didn't work out the way you wanted to, maybe you got broken up or something. Lost your son when you were 18. Okay, I wonder if that's what that. I mean, I would think it almost like it shows up as a physical emotional shock, but that very well could be it. Yes, does this physical trauma? Yes, does this have something to do with that? Actually, yes, it does. Okay. Um, Everything is energy, right? So losing son at 18. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. What else? Okay, so this heart wall thing. Basically we have these emotions that kind of like really kind of put a heaviness on our heart, and our subconscious wants to keep us alive. So it takes that energy and it creates a barrier around our heart to almost desensitize us, so that next time something like that intense happens, we're not going to feel it as much. So it kind of creates like this desensitization, this kind of like almost apathy towards things. Like you can't really feel things. You're kind of like, oh, whatever. But then at the same time, it also creates a blockage between, having giving and receiving love with other people. It kind of makes you feel isolated. It lowers your energy. It can cause physical pain. It lowers your immunity, stuff like that. So we find that when we release the heart wall, we automatically increase abundance, clarity on your mission. We increase your immune system, your energy levels. It gets your communication and your love being broadcasted and received a lot better with other people. Like there's so many amazing benefits of the heart wall, and now we get the opportunity to release a little bit of it. So that's great. So let's see. So there's some sort of a heart wall here. What heart wall is this? What kind of emotion? Yes, is it something that's on the left? It's on the right. Is this some sort of a common heart wall? Okay, so there's a common heart wall. Let's find out what this is. Let's go to your chart here so you guys can see this. Is it something on this chart? Is something in column A? Is this in column B? Is this in rows 1 through 3? Is this in row 1? Okay, I feel like this shows up a lot on this channel, but so it's column B1. Is this something? Is it? Is this effort unreceived? Is this ever received? Is this is this heartache? Is this a heartache? No. Is this insecurity? Is this overjoy? This is actually vulnerability. So vulnerability. So vulnerability would be feeling like very susceptible to either physical or emotional harm. That's kind of what vulnerability would be. Give me a is it right around the same time? It's right around that same time. So let's see. Do we need to know more about this vulnerability? Your body says no, so I don't know if anything, it's probably around the same thing. Can we just release this? Yes. So let's release this emotion, this heart wall emotion of vulnerability from you, Lori. Yes, did we release this? Yes. Okay. Yes, is there another associated balance to this physical trauma? Yes, is there something else going on with the physical trauma? Yes, can we just release this? Yes. Let's release this physical trauma at the age of 17. Okay, can we ask, did we release this? Yes. Okay. Yes, is there something else? Is there something else that's kind of causing? Actually, you know what? Well, physical trauma could have been the birth of your son, by the way, or I don't know. That could be, or maybe that's. Oh yeah, that's probably something along the lines of maybe like a miscarriage or surgery or something. So that's probably what that is. So let's see. So is there anything else preventing your uterus from being able to process the emotion of horror? Is there something else that's preventing that? There is. Okay, let's go find out what this is. So, is it something energetic? It is. Okay. Is it something that's on the left? Is it something that's post-traumatic? Is this offensive? Interesting. Okay. Can we ask, is it something that's on the left? Is it on the right? Is this some sort of a cord? Oh, okay. So, and I'm curious. I wonder maybe if it's like a cord, it could be with like the person who you had the child with, or it could have been the child itself. Let's find out. Or someone else. I mean, it could be anyone really. So courting. So courting, if you want to picture like this energetic tube that comes out of you and goes into someone else, where it's like this uneven or this exchange of energy that's kind of like unwanted between each party member. It's like when this person's feeling kind of not so awesome, you're feeling not kind of awesome. If you're feeling not so awesome, that person's feeling not so awesome, right? So yeah, it's pretty unideal, and let's see what we can do to get rid of that. So let's see. So give me a, so there's some sort of cord here. Yes, is this to yes, is this a chord with the sun that passed? Is this a chord with the sun that passed? Is it with that? No. Yes, is it with the partner that you have? Okay. So the partner that you had at the time, he was only 6 weeks old. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So it's something like right in that wheelhouse, right around that age. Okay. Um, so I'm thinking that's the chord with this partner you had at that time. So let's see. So give me, do we need to know more about this chord? Give me, do we need to know more about the chord? We don't. Okay. Give me, is there something that's preventing you from releasing this chord? Yes, is there anything that's kind of actually, let's see, is there something that's associated? Is there something that's hidden, or is there something associated? So there's something associated. Um, what's associated here? Let's go find out. Stay tuned. Yes, is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something? Yes, is it something that's energetic? Yes. Okay. Yes, is it something that's on the left? It's on the right. Yes, is it some sort of an allergy? Is this emotional? Okay. So let's see. So there's something emotional here. Give me a no. Oh, and I guess I should probably. There we go. Okay, so there's something emotional. Yes, is this some sort of a trapped emotion? Yes, it is. Okay. Yes, is this something that's on the left? Is it on the right? Yes, is this another common? So there's a common trapped emotion here. Okay. What emotion is this? Let's see. So give me a, is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something that's in column A? Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? Yes, is this in row number 1? So is this in row 1? Yes, is this emotion? Is it abandonment? Is this betrayal? Is this forlorn? Yes, is this, it's lost? So the emotion of loss. So basically like feeling like I just don't know what direction to go. Like I'm totally lost in this project or totally lost in life, like whatever this is. Let's find out when you got this emotion of lost. Is so when did you get this lost? Yes, was this before the age of, yes, was it right around that same time? Yes, was that right around that same time? Yeah. So right around that same time, actually. Okay. So let's see. So yes, do we need to know more about this? Yes, can we just release this? Yes. Let's release this common trapped emotion of lost. Okay. Yes, did we release this? Yes. Okay. Yes, is there something else associated with this cord? Yes, is there anything else preventing you from releasing it? Yes, can we just cut it now? Let's just cut the cord between you and that other person to make sure that that unwanted exchange of energy isn't happening anymore. So let's see, did we release this cord? Yes. Okay. Oh, and also let's just exchange, like have facilitate a nice healthy exchange of energy between you and other people, and make sure that the cord goes back to that other person just the way it should. Okay. And just everything's all hunky dory on their end too. Let's see. So, did we release this cord? Yes. Is there a propensity to make that cord again? No. Okay, that's good. Give me no. Is there another associated imbalance to this organ communication? Is there something else going on with that? No. Yes. Can we just help the uterus process that? Let's just help your uterus process this emotion of horror. Let's help it process that emotion. Okay. Give me no. Did we help that? Yes. Okay. Perfect. So, Lori, I'm just going to get you to stand up and walk around another. We did quite a bit there. So I'd say probably 15, 20 steps. And I just want to check and see how that heavy stuck feeling is feeling. Is it still a 6? Is it a little bit lower? Is it higher? I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully we see a little bit of shift. That'd be really cool. If not, that's okay. We'll see. And thanks everyone for being here and throwing those super amazing, positive, awesome vibes for everyone. It's so awesome, and like it makes such a difference. Like you don't even know. Like it's unreal. So thank you for sticking around and seeing all this and being here. So that's really, really great. Question: Can you be courted with the deceased? Technically, yes. Yes, you can. Absolutely. kind of getting into some like weird, crazy spiritual stuff here, but yeah, it is possible. Kind of like when we release a trapped emotion, right? If we're releasing or an inherited emotion, if we release an inherited emotion, that releases from people all through, throughout the whole like everyone. So if like it goes back 100 generations, guess what? It releases from every single one of those people along those generations. So it can go back all the way. So it's very, very cool and very, very interesting to think about, but everything is energy. So very, very interesting. So how are you feeling over there, Lori? Are you still here? Did we lose you? Lighter, about a 4. Okay, so 4 out of 10. Okay, so we've got about halfway. So this is great. Let's see what else we can do. So let's see. So let's go back to our trusty homepage here, and let's ask your body here now again. So yes, so Lori, is there something else your body really wants to release right now that's causing your body to feel stuck and heavy? Is there something that you wants to release there? Yes. Okay. What's the biggest imbalance here that your body wants to get let go of? Is it something that's on this chart? Is it something on the left? Is it something that is a toxin? Is this some sort of a circuit or system that's energy again? Okay. Give me a, is it something that's on the left, that's on the right? As soon as this some sort of an allergy. Okay, cool. What allergy is going on here? Is this some sort of an intolerance? Is this a physical allergy? This is an idea allergy. Cool. Okay, so we've seen this a couple of times here. So an idea allergy is basically like, obviously we have physical allergies where we like to nuts and milk and all that kind of stuff, where it can be kind of deathly not great. Idea allergies is when our subconscious mind negatively associates something with literally anything. It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a substance, it could be a specific area, a place. It could be any idea or concept like joy or happiness or something like that. And what it does is it kind of creates reactivity. It creates avoidance. It creates phobias. It creates really intense stress symptoms around it. So I think it'll make more sense once we find out what this idea allergy is. But let's get into this. So let's see. So, is it something that's on this chart? Yes, is this something that's in column A? Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? It's 4 through 7. Yes, is this in row number 4? Is this in row number 5? Okay, so let's see. So we have being overpowered. Another. So we're in this box right here. Okay, so let's see what this is. Yes, is this one of the first? Yes, is this one of the first 3 things? Yes, one of the first 3. Yes, is this one of the last 3? No, it's one of the first 3. Yes, is this something like? Yes, is this something to like being overpowered? Yes, is this something like another's suffering? I mean, this kind of, yeah. So there's an idea allergy to another's suffering. And I think this kind of comes back to the whole feeling very guilty about your husband, right? At that time. So it's almost like if someone else is suffering, your body goes into like an energetic freak out. It's like, oh, I'm really, really uncomfortable around this. And it tries to avoid it, gets, reactive around it, something along those lines. Does that make sense, Lori? Like, I don't know if that, I'm just kind of explaining, what I'm thinking, what this could relate to. So basically when someone else is going through something, it's like your body goes into like atrophy. It's like, I can't handle this. So let's see. So that's what this is. Okay. Yes. Do we need to know more about this? That we don't. Yes. Is there something that's kind of below this? Yes, there is. So let's go find out what this is. Let's go back home. Is it something that's on this chart? Yes. Is it something that's on the left? Is it something that's energetic again? Yes. Yes, is it something that's on the left of this chart? It's on the right. Is this some? Yes, is this some sort of an allergy or intolerance? Yes, is this something emotional again? Okay. Yes, is it something on the left-hand side? Is this another heart wall? Is this a trapped emotion? Okay. Yes, is this something on the left? It's on the right. Yes, is it some sort of a common trapped emotion? Okay. So there's another common trapped emotion here. And what emotion is this guy? Let's see here. Go into takeover mode, need to fix everything. Oh, okay. Well, so there's like some sort of like your body's just like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I have to like, yeah, okay. There's a little bit of reactivity there in some form or fashion. So what is this emotion underneath the ideology? What is this? Yes, is it something on this chart? Yes, is it something that's in column A? Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? Yes, is this in row number 1? Is this in row number 2? Yes, is this emotion? Yes, is this emotion? Is it anxiety? Yes, is it despair? Is this disgust? Is this nervousness? This is anxiety. Okay. Basically feeling like, oof, like, I don't know. I think we know what anxiety is. It's very similar to nervousness, worry, stuff like that, where it's just like we feel very anxious. So when did this anxiety come up for you? Can you ask, was this before the age of, we'll say, 25? So is this before age 25? Yes. Yes. Is this before the age of 20? Is it before the age of 15? Before the age of 10? Is this age 10? Is this age 11? Is this age 12? Is this age 13? So this is age 13. I don't know if anything rings a bell around that, Lori. Like maybe if it was something school related where you got a lot of anxiousness, maybe you had to like do a presentation or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's something to do with someone else who's suffering in some way. Like maybe you had to go to the hospital or take care of someone like that. Could be. Let's just see. So give me, do we need to know anything else about this anxiety? It's going to do we need to know more? Your body says no. Can we just release this? Yes. So let's just release this anxiety at age 13. Okay. Give me no. Did we release this anxiety? Yes, we did. Okay, perfect. Yes, we know. Is there another associated imbalance to this idea allergy? Yes, is there something else going on with that? No. Yes, can we just release this? Yes. Let's release this idea allergy to another suffering. Let's just get rid of that. Yes, did we release this? Yes. Okay. Perfect. So now that we've kind of gone through another level there, Lori, I just want you to stand up, walk around another 10, 15 steps. And then I just want to check and see how that heaviness feeling is feeling. And by the way, like, are you kind of in the process of like kind of dealing with someone else's suffering right now? Like, is there someone else kind of around you lately that's been kind of going through something? You don't have to tell me. You can just say, well, I'm just asking, because I mean, that kind of, it would make a little bit more sense if that was the case. But yeah, how are you feeling over there? Is it still about a 4? Is it a little bit lower? I'm excited to see how far we can go with this. If we can get this down. Yeah. I'm really excited. How are you feeling, Lori? Da, 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 da. Bum, bum, bum. Make my own theme music. Reminds me of like Emperor's New Groove. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but Kronk is like making his own theme music. Anyway, don't mind me. Just got a dog in December. Oh, just lost your dog in December. Ah, okay. Making a lot of sense now. I'm about a 2. Holy cow, that's great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so now let's just go back. Let's be really thorough. Let's see if there's anything else that we can clear here. So let's see. So give me a, is there something else that we can release right now that's kind of causing this stuck and heavy feeling in your body? Is there something else here? Yes. Okay, let's find out what this is. Give me a, is it something that's on the left? Is it something that's energetic? Yes. Give me a, don't throw the Emperor's Groove. Exactly. Okay. So let's see. So something on this chart. As soon as it's something that's on the left of this chart, as soon as it's something that is post-traumatic, as soon as it's something that's offensive, is this mental? Okay, so it's mental. Is this something that's on the left? Is it on the right? As soon as it's some sort of a memory field. Okay, so there's a memory field here. Interesting. So is this kind of, let's see, so memory field, for those of you who are wondering, it's kind of like this cloud of memories that appears in front of your eyes. And if there's enough of them, it can actually cause eye problems, which is really interesting. But it's it kind of have clouding thinking or cloudy vision. But basically, what this is it's this cloud of memories is kind of like replaying old memories or accessing old memories that are kind of preventing you from taking action or preventing you or kind of causing you to think a certain way. So it could be a specific memory. It could be a theme of memories. So let's just say, for example, right now, we're talking about a lot of like suffering and people passing away and all this other stuff. So maybe there's a theme of like passing away or grief or something, right? So that's kind of how this memory field works. So let's find out what this is. Yes, is it something? Yes, is this a specific memory? No. Yes, is this is a theme? Okay, so there's a theme of memories here. Okay, so what is the theme? Let's go back to the motion code chart and we can find the theme of it. Let's see. So, is it something that's on this chart? Yes, is it something that's in column A? Is it in column B? Yes, is this in rows 1 through 3? It is. Yes, is this in row 1? Is this, yes, is this in row 1? Is this in row 2? Is this in row 3? Yes, is this emotion? Is this confusion? Is this defensiveness? Yes, is this There you go. Maybe that's just my intuition, but there's a memory field with the theme of grief, which kind of seems to be pretty present over here. Grief would be like an extreme loss of something. Kind of like it's like a sadness. So like say someone loses, it's like a universal reaction to bereavement. But it also could mean like getting grief, like harassment or something like that from other people. But I think in this case, this probably makes sense. So let's see. So give me a community. So it's like this cloud of memories. It's just like cycling through the memories of all the different times that you've experienced grief in your life. When someone's passed away, when an animal has passed away, this person's passed away, that person's passed away. It's just kind of like cycling through that and all the different times you experienced grief. So let's see. So do we need to know more about this memory field? And we don't. Can we just release this grief? Yes. Let's release this memory field with the theme of grief and say goodbye to that, because we do not need that consistently cycling through our in front of our eyes, right? So did we release this memory field? Yes. Okay, so perfect. Is there anything else? Lori, is there something else your body wants to do here? And the answer is yes. So for the sake of being super thorough, let's find out what else is here. Is it something that's on this chart? Is it something that's on the left again? Is it something that is a circular system? It's energy again, classic. Okay. Is it something that's on the left here? It's on the right. Is it some sort of an allergy? Is this emotional again? Okay. Can you is this something that's on the left? Is this another heart wall? Okay, so there's another heart wall emotion here. Is this something that's on the left? Is it on the right? Is this some sort of a common? Is this a shared heart wall? Interesting. So there's a shared heart wall here. So shared heart wall trapped emotions. It's kind of like inherited, where it's kind of like where it's a shared emotion, where once you release it from you release it from everyone in the line. We've already talked about that. But same thing with the shared emotion is sometimes like there's an event that happens where either you guys are experiencing you're both experiencing the same event, and you guys kind of like break off a piece of this stuff and it kind of sticks into you. Or maybe like sometimes it's like you're like really jealous of someone, and like this jealousy gets stuck in here, but then now you're like, oh, I want you to feel how jealous I am subconsciously. So like a little piece of this kind of goes in them, and it gets trapped in them too. It's kind of interesting how this works. But let's find out what this emotion is. Let's see. So give me know, is it something on this chart? Is it something that's in column A? Is this in column A? Is this in column B? Is this in rows 1 through 3? It's 4 through 6. Is this in row number 4? Is this emotion? Is this depression? Okay, so there's a heart wall trapped emotion of depression here. Now, let's find out. Give me are you sharing this with someone? Are you sharing this with someone else? I feel like someone else is sharing this with you. But let's see here. So there's a trapped emotion of depression. When did you get this depression? Give me was this before? Was this before the age of, we'll say 25? Was this before age 25? Was this 25 to 30? Was this between 30 and 35? 35 and 40? Is this age 35? Is this age 36? Is this age 37 again? So this is age 37. So I don't know if maybe this is shared with your husband or something. Is this shared with, is this shared with your husband? Okay, there you go. So, so this is a depression that basically you guys are kind of like split this depression emotion, and you guys are both sharing it. So let's just ask your body now. Yes, do we need to know more about this? Your body says no. Yes, can we just release this? Yeah, let's just release this heart wall emotion of depression. Good. Yes, did we release this? Yes. Okay, perfect. Yeah, yes, so yes, Lori, is there anything else we can do for this? Yes, is there anything else we can do for this kind of like stuck and heavy feeling? Is there anything else we can do there? Your body says no. So I'm going to get you to stand up, walk around again another 10, 15 steps. And then I just want you to check in with that feeling again and see how you're doing. If that's helped at all, and maybe we've lowered it even more. I'm super excited about this. So, oof. I keep looking at the don't throw off the Emperor's Groove. The groove. Oh man, I love it. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just so good. Classic lines all over the place, quoted nonstop. Great session. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and like that's the coolest part. Like we've seen so many awesome sessions. Sometimes we did two, sometimes we did one. I think there was one where we saw some results, but it didn't like fully go down, but we still saw some shifts. So that's really cool. Definitely grief memories. Does that shared depressions stay even though he died? No. So that's the really cool thing, right? Is like when we release this from you, we release it from him as well. It's kind of like we do for an inherited emotion. So like it's kind of going back for all those guys, even if he's kind of passed on, it still releases from you and him. So that's super, super cool. So you're still healing him, even though he's kind of passed. So that's really, really cool. So how are you feeling over there, Lori? Are you still, is it still around a 2? Is it a little bit lower? Hello again. How is that feeling? And then also let's just reset your heart chakra. And then let's program you to process easily, effectively, efficiently, and peacefully to make sure that, because sometimes when we do this kind of work, your body can kind of go a little bit up and down emotionally. So that instead of being like this, what we just did there kind of makes it so it's a little bit more even keel. So it's not going to be super volatile. It doesn't happen all the time. I'd say maybe like less than 20% of the time, but just in case it does, we need to talk about it. It happens enough that we need to talk about it. Perfect. So how are you feeling over there, Lori? I feel like I had a breath mint outside in the winter. I think that's good. I think is that like another way of saying like a 1, like a 0 to 1? Just a question. I'm totally writing that down on your notes. I feel like I had a mint outside in the winter. Thank you for this. Thank you, Marianne, for letting me have this session. So powerful. Oh yeah. Oh man, this is so cool. So thank you so much, Lori, for being my volunteer today and for doing this. I'm really excited that we were able to do this for you. So if you guys, if you know anyone else out there that is, how many people do you know out there who feel stuck? I certainly do, especially during COVID. So, please, it's 0 now. That's wonderful. So 0 out of 10. So who else do you think out there could really use something like this where it's like they feel 8 out of 10 stuck in their life? And, we can do a quick session and then, help drastically improve that. How many people can we help with that, right? So if you want to share this on your wall, tag a couple of friends who you think is kind of going through a challenge or whatever it is, this kind of gives them hope, right? So super, super excited to do that. So if you're into that, share that. We're on this incredible mission to share this with as many people as we possibly can. If you like me, if you like my style, book a session with me. I have the link in the description. You can go through compasshealings.com/Spencer. You can book an introductory section. You can book a 6-pack or a 12-pack, whatever works for you, to kind of help reduce the cost if you'd like. And on top of that, if you're someone that maybe wants to kind of take your life to a whole other level, Emmanuel and I are working together on something called the Inside Out Institute, where basically we're combining conscious healing with transformational leadership, subconscious healing with transformational leadership coaching. So you get all the direction, all the guidance, everything you need, all the support in order to kind of really find out what your mission is, and all that. But then you have the healing aspect to kind of you get rid of all the blocks that are holding you back from taking action on this. So it's super, super amazing and, beyond amazing, insane amazing. So if that's something that interests you, definitely check out the link as well or send me a message. Speaking of that as well, we are having an amazing, amazing event this weekend with the Inside Out Institute. If you're interested in maybe like hearing from Natalie Nelson or Jermaine Johnson, there are a couple of our keynote speakers this weekend. So if you're interested in that, we have a couple of spots left. So if you're interested in a free training and you want to find out more about emotion code, body code, and about what we're doing at the Inside Out Institute and getting some just awesome training for your life in general, it's a free training. Definitely check that out. If you're interested in that, comment on the section here, IOI, or you can send me a message and just say IOI, and I can give you access to that as well. I only have a few spots available, but the more the merrier. So this is great. So other than that, once again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being my volunteer and checking this out. With that, guys, take care. And then I believe it was Monica. So yeah, like you said, you had some hip pain or you had some pain going on. So just send me a message individually. We'll work out a time where we can kind of do something for you as well. But aside from that, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend, and we hope to see you on that live event this weekend. And take care, and we'll see you very soon, I'm sure.